So when I do one-on-one sessions with clients or potential clients and I'm meeting them for the very first time, a question I ask without fail is the following question, or it goes something like this. What would your life look like if there was this magic switch that if I were to flip it, you would wake up tomorrow morning without without any trace of a stutter? How would your life change? Now, it's of course a bit of a silly hypothetical, and I don't ask that question because there's some chance of that miracle actually happening. That's not the point of the question. Instead, the point of the question is to get you to think. Like, actually think about, what would my life look like? Like, what are some defined qualities, some definite qualities of my life that I can that I can picture and spell out and say, oh yeah, this would be different because X, Y, and Z. This would be different because, and so on and so on. So now a few common answers. I'm going to give you three that I get the most from the people I talk to when I ask them this question are some form, not in these exact words, of course, because everybody will use different words to describe it, but it almost always revolves around these three, or these are three of the most popular ones. Number one, I would get further in my career. You would feel like you can grow in your career, would be another way to put it. And speech no longer becomes a limiting factor. Another common answer is something along the lines of, I would experience a huge drop in fear and anxiety. And another one, number three, I would be able to express myself better socially. Those three, some version of those three, are very often at the tip of the tongue of anybody that I ask this question to. Now, when I look at my own life, I'm going to give you three ways in which I've personally observed in retrospect, what has actually changed. So I don't remember necessarily answering this question explicitly, although it would have been a good exercise for me to do when I was, 18 years old. But again, in retrospect, when I look back, here are a couple areas that definitively have dramatically changed. Number one, I've had the ability to travel and make memories that I'm going to be grateful for the rest of my life. And there are plenty of scenarios in which those travel plans would not have come to fruition if the stuttering version of me would have continued, if I had not risen above it. Another area that my life has dramatically seen a shift in is what used to be an obstacle, what used to hold me back in my lack of ability to speak smoothly. My voice not only is not held back, my voice not only is not a weakness, it's the complete opposite now. Because of all of the work that I've put into my voice, I've now been able to swing the pendulum to the other side, to where my voice now actually helps me in my social life and helps me in my romantic life in ways that used to be diametrically the opposite. My voice used to be a weakness in these areas, and now it's a strength. So, and this is one of the things that many people learn when they go through this process, is they develop a certain gratitude for their stutter, just because it almost, in a way, forced them to work on their speech skills, which in the process of doing so, they ended up surpassing the masses that never stuttered around them, because they, out of necessity in the beginning, started to work on their speech, and then they just kept going. And so they end up being better speakers than the mass of fluent speakers who haven't, or the masses of fluent speakers who haven't ever struggled with stuttering. So it's one of those hidden, underrated benefits of stuttering that is very hard to believe and feel when you're in the mud, in the murkiness, in the pain, in the heaviness of stuttering. I totally understand that. But once you start to make some progress, you're going to start to feel that's going to start to make sense to you. And finally, the third way that my life has changed from not flipping a magic switch, but from actually still going through that transforming process. And this is the one that I talk to people about all the time. I mention this a ton, which is there is a certain self-belief that becomes instilled within you when you prove to yourself that you have the ability to take an area of your life that starts out as a weakness. And as I was just talking about earlier, you then transform it not into some moderately okay skill. Like, no, you transform it into a positive, into an actual strength. And when you do something like that in any area of your life, but we're specifically, of course, talking about speech and stuttering, if you can do that with your speech, then that is going to provide you with such momentum and hope and belief for then any future conquests of any of any obstacles and challenges that you then want to overcome. Because, and I should mention this, this is a very important reality to come to grips with. Overcoming stuttering is not going to automatically make your social life perfect or even easy, as I have very much experienced. It's not as though now that I'm able to speak well socially that I then automatically have a great social life. Once stuttering is no longer on the top spot and that gets knocked down, you are going to find these other areas of life climb up to the top of that hierarchy, and you are going to realize some of those blind spots and those unresolved issues within these areas of life that you never really had the mental energy or time or even awareness of in the past, that present just whole new challenges, right? So social skills and connecting with people, romantic skills, and so on, those are challenging enough without stuttering. But I think when we're in the depths of the stuttering pattern, we can tend to forget about that. We can start to fantasize about if we just remove the stutter, that all of these other things would automatically fall into place. And while resolving the stutter does move things in the right direction in these areas, it by no means is going to make it easy. So it still takes a lot of work. And but again, to really come full circle on this, how do we have the kind of confidence and hope and self-belief that we can also conquer our social lives and our romantic lives and our ability to connect with people and our ability to climb and be successful in our careers or what have you? One of the best ways to do that is to find an area of your life that is right in front of you, rise above it, understand it, master it, turn it from a weakness to a strength, and then that proof itself, that memory of that experience, provides you with momentum. It provides you with the that deep, basic sense of self-belief that you can then achieve similar results in these other areas, because you now have real, tangible proof under your belt. So, to bring this home, I'm going to turn this back around to you, and I just want you to really take this question to heart. Let's go back to the beginning. Let's say there was this magic switch that you could just flip and you would wake up in the morning with every and any trace of stuttering completely wiped out. What are 3 areas in your life that would change? It's a really good thought exercise because I haven't mentioned this yet, so I'll throw this in here real quick. It's a great thought exercise because it not only makes you think, but the areas of your life that come to mind are very likely the areas that you most desperately want. And so it helps to illuminate, oh, this is what I want. This is why. It's the why of the thing. This is why I want to improve my speech, because this area of my life is going to change in this way. This area of my life that I really care about is going to change in that way. So it brings a lot of clarity to your situation when you spell this out, and when you just, whatever are those 2 or 3 big things that come to mind, you take note of them and you pin those as, oh, these are the reasons. This is how my life would change. So in a comment down below, if you're watching this on YouTube, let me know what those 3 things are that come to mind. What are 3 areas of your life that would change if there was this magic switch that you could turn? What would change? Let me know. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.